All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Day Trade with Zay. I'm Isaac, and today is Wednesday, January 26th, and it is the first day of FOMC, first one of the year, actually. So, we're planning on hearing the big news isn't dropping until 11 a.m., which I plan on being off of there at 11, or off of the stream here at 11. But yeah, basically. These are the most volatile days to trade on. You want to make sure that you have your stop losses tight. You want to make sure that um, you're in where you need to be. You don't want to, you don't really want to mess around with this one um, just because there's a lot of slippage on these days. The movements are so fast. You could see price move 100 pips in 2 seconds. Once 11 o'clock comes. So you just want to make sure that you're on the right side of it because I've been on the wrong side of it. And yeah, you just want to make sure you're on the right side of it, just to be honest. So, it is what it is. You want to make sure that you can do everything that you need to do to be legit and stay on top. But here we are. So I've been using these levels all week, right? We've been seeing that these levels, I know it could be ugly. It really could, but this is what helps me as a trader. I believe in my areas, I believe in my levels, and I believe that they help me to succeed. Price came up here, respected this level, boom. Price showed respect here, got me this trade, this first trade right here, right? This is my trade for Monday. This is our trade from yesterday, right? The 25th, right? Just these little movements, right? Caught 159 pips here, caught 122 pips here. So now, and it's just from playing these levels. So now what we have here, we've seen that price came down, respected the 62%, pushed up to the upside, respected this 62% sell off, and pushed down to the downside. So going to bed last night, I really thought that price was going to continue down to the downside. But what price actually did is it stayed up and it pushed up and broke this lower high, right? I guess you could call it a higher high. So it broke it to the upside. So now what I think is that we've seen price break up to the upside because as me and my buddy were talking yesterday, we see these lower highs, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high. But one thing that I told him is that I'm also noticing this lower low or higher low. This low is higher than this low, right? So this low is higher than this low, right? So there's this trend line that's kind of forming right here. Not exactly, but it's forming, right? Something like this. So we could see something like this where it comes down back to this level and pushes up. And if it does, I like this area for a buy. This is the 30-minute chart. We'll see exactly how it plays out. But I do like this area for a buy. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. We see that price came up. This is a weekly support level, this blue area. Price had been using this for months as a weekly support level, and it finally broke through. Seen it push up to the upside, used the IOC inside of the weekly support, sold off from it, right? Came back up to this IOC in the support, sold off from it. So now let's see what it can really do. I drew the fib out from the bottom here to the top here, and I noticed that this is the only clear IOC on the 30-minute here. We go down to the 15-minute. You could see it it's not so clear necessarily. So one thing I'd be looking for is, possible sell-off from this area again, but the only reason I don't like it is because it broke this high. So I think, all honesty, I'm looking for a buy from this area. Man, those pips are huge. That's what I don't like. So maybe something like this. 50 pips and we could see it take itself to the 27%. Right? Something like that. Or we can even see it just make it back up to here. And that's still a nice 1-to-6 ratio. Or we could take the trade from this level. Right? Something like this again. Even then you would need, that's the crazy thing. So it looks like smaller lot sizes are going to be needed here because with the 0.01 you'd be risking $138 on this trade, but you'd be risking it to make about 481 and possibly more because I do think that if we get a push up, it's gonna move probably past this area right here, right? It was used as a support or as a resistance level. You could probably see something up to this area here. Very possible. But let's go ahead and dig down and get a little bit smaller in these time frames. See what we got here. See, this is all push. Let's say we did the Fibonacci from this low to this high. We got this ILC right here, right? That could possibly be used. And even though it's not in the golden zone, I still like it. I still like it a lot. And it's close to the 61.8. So let's see. Alright, US30, and you can see everything's up big points right now, right? 500 pips, 460 pips, 2%. Let's see US 500. Man, I was really thinking about buying right here too. But we'll see. I think it has to break these levels, right? And you could even see here on the S&P. Let's go to the bigger time frames. Let's go to the 1 day. So I had these as a buy, but it broke through all of these ILCs right here. So I'll go ahead and erase these. You can see price broke through, but I guess it possibly respected this ILC right here. S&P could definitely do something like this. It's fully engulfed right now. There's 7 hours left on it. So I do think today is a very big day. And just my opinion, I'm still new to the game. I'm still new to this industry and really seeing what the market does and how it shifts. But for the most part, I notice whenever FOMC is coming up and there's a scare in interest rates, with interest rate hikes, with the economy, with with unemployment, I usually notice on these FOMC days that Jerome Powell or whoever's speaking is going to say the right things to help these retail traders go ahead and keep their stocks in or keep their positions in, or it's usually something that's going to help the market. So this is big. Today's a big day because we have the huge rejection right here, right? Huge rejection. This rejection is almost as big as like a third of this total drop, right? So a huge rejection back up to the upside out of this support level. Then we have an engulfing bearish engulfing candle to the downside. Then we have this bullish candle to the upside. So if it finishes above, there's a really good chance that it pushes back up here to the upside, at least, before it comes down again. So I think today's a big day, and you could see that I think the market thinks the same, right? Everything's up, cryptos are up, everything's up right now. So it's one of those things where we just got to see what it's going to give us, right? Got to see. Look at all these rejections at this area right here. I had this area as needing to be filled, and it basically got filled, right? A few cents separated, but it basically got filled. And now we're seeing rejections to move up to the upside. A few days right here, right? Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, same thing, right? Came back. This little area that's been used as support. Didn't quite tap it, but you could see a huge rejection, and now it's pushing up to the upside. Ethereum is up to 2,600 now. Huge rejection off of this golden zone ILC, and now pushing up to the upside. So I think we might have bottomed out. I truly do. You could see a few days here, pushes up. Few rejections. I'm hoping it comes back down and touches this area again, because I will buy here again at this area. So we'll see. But it does look like everything's moving up, and this is moving up quick right now. Let me just show you how quick it's moving up, because when I woke up this morning, these prices weren't here. Yeah, so this is 5:15, right? I think I woke up at 4. At 4, I seen these prices. No, it wasn't this one. Was it ADA? think it was ADA. ADA was at 108, you know, when I checked. I think it was even lower than that. But yeah, everything's pushing up, so it's something that we got to look at. Let's go to US30 and see what it gives us. Yeah, see, even US30, it's the same type of structure as NAS. Sorry, let me go ahead and clean this shit up. Let me get this one out the way. Get that one out the way. Get that one out the way. We got all these levels here, right? Get this one out the way. Alright, look at this rejection at the golden zone ILC. This is a beautiful trade if we would have taken it yesterday. I didn't even notice this thing. You would have had your stop loss. It would have been hard, but that would have been a 200 pip stop loss. But let's say we take it just to this level, that's 800 pips already. A huge trade, massive trade. If we keep this in, you're at 1,000 pips just off of this position here. Anyway, and we did it yesterday. If you guys go ahead and tune into the live stream, this is exactly what happened. You know, another thing that we could see is it just pushes up from here. So let's see what it gives us. Showed respect here at this ILC, but it's also using this ILC that was used as so much resistance, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. Broke through, and now it's using it as support. And it's pushing up right before open. We got about a minute and 45 seconds before open. See what it looks like on the smallest 1 minute. This is important because lower low, lower high. Higher high, higher low. And it looks like it's pushing up. Let's see what it gives us though, because I definitely wouldn't put any buys up here. It's a little too risky for me, but I'd seriously think about sells right here at this level. So let's see. Yeah, truthfully, I like this level to sell off from. I would not put any buys just because that is a risky situation if you put a buy up here. It's hard to gauge exactly where you have your stop loss and where you have your take profit, right? And I'm more of a retracement buy guy, so if let's say we put a buy in here, we'd be looking at something like this, 57 pip stop loss, and push up to the upside. But when the potential drop is right here, that's when it doesn't look good, right? So I just wouldn't put a buy in right here. So we got about 15 seconds. Let's see what happens. I'd be looking for a potential sell-off, truthfully, and then maybe it can retrace to a position. So maybe something like this. See what it gives us. 630. Let's see what it gives us here. Yeah, I touched that ILC. See what it gives us. It might just make its push before FOMC. And maybe the news is a little worse than expected, but let's see. I'm thinking about a little sell right now. Whoa, I put the sell in. I'll go ahead and put it on Instagram. I'm thinking about moving my stops to break even already, just because I'm not too sure it's going to respect this all the way. But I'm up about 10 pips right now. I got in at 502.15. 502.15 is where I'm in. Oh shit. $28 pips. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm up about shit. I can't gauge it. I'm at 502.15. It's moving pretty quick. I'm up about 40 pips. I think this is a little too high. Let's see if it respects this area right here. This is important. I wish I would have put a bigger lot size, but if it doesn't respect this, or if it respects this EMA too much, then we got to think about pulling the trade, because it might just push back up to the upside. So let's see. Shoot, I haven't moved my stops to break even. Yeah, see, that's a little too much respect for me. I want to see it break through that. That's way too much respect. Last 5 seconds here. I want it to finish through it. There we go. Let's see if it can stay that way. Okay. Now we got to wait for it to break through here. We're up about 68 pips, 70 pips. That's about right. I'm up about 70 pips right now. Let's see if it could continue down to the downside. I'd like to see it continue past this area and possibly come down here. But we got to make sure now it breaks through this 5-minute 50 EMA. If it respects this too much, then we'd be looking at something totally different, right? If it respects this 5-minute too much, I don't like it, but let's see what it does. Too much respect. Too much respect. That's a clear rejection. We got about 40 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. I want to see it finish bearish and engulfing on this entire 5-minute candle right here. So we got about 30 seconds for it to show us that. You know, let's see what it does. There's a lot of respect shown here on this 5-minute EMA, 50-minute EMA, which you see with respect shown here, respect shown here. See what it does. If this next one bullish up comes down and bulls up, then I'm probably gonna pull it. I mean, truthfully, let's just see. Let's just wait and see. I don't want to be too negative here. So let's just see if it does what we want it to do, because there's a good chance, you know, let's look at the bigger picture, that it retraces a little bit. Okay, there we go. It's moving. 92 pips right now. Look at that entry. We could see it come down here, but I don't want to get too greedy. I don't want to get too greedy just because got a decent lot size in there, a 0.05, and we're up about 93 pips right now. 90 pips, so let's see what it does. It's broken through this, but it could be using this as resistance now. I mean, support level, which kind of looks like it is, right? And we could see it consolidate here, maybe until 11, which is very, very possible, right? So let's go down here to the 1 minute and see what it's thinking of. Yeah, you see this here? I don't like that. Double tweezer top, bottom. I need to see this thing finish bullish over these last 14 seconds. I'm sorry, not bullish, bearish. Not sure it wants to. See that? Now our hope is that it uses this as, you know, if it does retrace up, we got to use this as resistance here and keep it down. But if not, you know, there goes our trade. So, damn. There's still 32 seconds left. Let's see if this thing can push back down to the downside here. You see there's an ILC it's respecting right here, right? Look at this ILC right here. 1 minute. But look at how it's respecting the shit out of it. 15 seconds left. It looks like it's going to finish bullish. But let's see. Yeah, too much rejection for me to really like this trade right now. Respected the shit out of that ILC, and it looks like it's moving up. I don't want to get greedy, but I'm thinking about pulling this trade just because it's very possible that it pushes up. But I'll let you know when I pull it. I like that it's pushing down, but the only thing I don't like is there's still 30 seconds left on this 1 minute clock. So let's see. Up about 80 pips right now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now remember, my stops are at break even already, right? So, no way. You motherfucker. Ah, look at that. Fuck. It's crazy because there's so much volatility right now that it could move like that, you know? So it could just push up on us at any given second, which is the bad thing here. I'm thinking about pulling half of my position, if I'm just being honest, just because I think it could push up from here. A lot of respect shown, a lot of respect given. There's 16 seconds left, and I think it is going to finish bullish. It looks like it's going to finish engulfing as well. So I think I might pull half of my position here just to secure some decent profits at these levels. This is about 80 pips, right? So let's see. Oh. See all those rejections at this area? That's what I don't like. I hit my 100 pips and it went straight back up 20 pips. This shit is fucking with me. Wow, that shit really did that. Damn it. Still got about 30 seconds. 5 seconds left on this candle. Yeah, that thing's pushing up. Okay, let's see where it's going now. Okay, there we fucking go. Alright, we're in business. Expected the shit out of this bottom area. Let's go. All right, I got a 0.01 runner in there. I pulled a 0.04, most of my position. So now everything else at this level is gravy. So I like it. That's where I pulled my position. And let's see if it could keep going. I just know that this level is a strong little support level, right? So, and that's partially why I pulled it. I didn't want to get too greedy. Thought I was getting greedy up here, and you know, if it's calling at you, it's calling at you. You know, now we could see a retracement possibly happen up to this level, reject down, boom, or up to here, reject down, boom, or even back up to the top side. So so we're on, you know, big trade. Like I said, we don't put buys in up here, we put sells in. We had the stop loss, right? We had a bigger stop loss than we would have anticipated. I don't think I would have let it get no fucking 70 pips, just being honest. I probably would have had it just above here. It would have been hard to let it go up here just because higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So all honesty, I would have never let that thing get to 70 pips. It probably would have been just above these highs. But this is a great trade because, again, we don't want to do it in this area because this is the weekly support level, right? Or this was the weekly support level. Now it's being used as resistance, and we took our trade, we left it in, and we took our sell at this level because we knew price had to retrace at least a little bit. And where did it retrace to? Resistance to support, a strong supply and demand area, the 15-minute 50 EMA. So, you know, you just gotta take what the market gives you, and you can't get too greedy like, oh, it has to come down to right here. I mean, it should come down to right here, but it doesn't have to come down right here. And the market makers, they know that a lot of people know these things, so they try to get us that way. And you just got to be mindful of it, and you got to take what the market gives you. I got 125 pips, I think, out of this. Why not, right? So overall, we had a great day, profitable. We hit about, what, 60% today, which is a great day. You know what I mean? 60% is a beautiful day. Yesterday, we were able to hit fucking 90%. Day before that, we were able to hit, what, 300% or 30%. So as long as you stay profitable, everything adds up. And yeah, I mean, we're having a great week so far. It's Wednesday. Truthfully, I don't think I want to trade FOMC unless I see something so clear that I have to. But if I do, I think I'll hop on the live stream at 11 or around 10:45, let's say 10:50. I'll hop on the live stream if I do see something clear, and you guys could tune in and join me for FOMC. But as of right now, I think that we made our money for the day. We hit 100 plus pips again for the day. That's a few days in a row where we've hit 100 plus pips, right? We hit 159 here, 122 here, and then we hit, I think, 125 here, right? So whatever it was, 130 pips here. So we just got to keep it pushing, keep it moving. I think today was a great day. Overall, I was able to manage my emotions pretty well because I felt like pulling it at 80 pips a bunch of times, but I was able to pull it at 120 pips, get an extra 40 pips out of it. Because on these, obviously, I missed out on a lot of pips, right? If I would have just kept it in, I could have extra 300 pips, extra 150 pips, or 100 pips, I think. And then we have here, excuse me, it could come down, but look at what it's done ever since I pulled that trade. So now we got to see it reject the 50 EMA and come back down to the downside. And if it doesn't, well, it's looking to push back up. Or it's possibly going to sit in this range right here and range out until FOMC hits at, 11 o'clock. So let's just go ahead and take a look at FOMC right now. I think price is going to push up right here, but let's see. Alright, so you can see Canadian dollar, they have all their policy reports, their statements, everything is coming out right now, right? And then for US dollar, we have crude oil inventories. This is mainly for US30, but it does affect, it can affect NASDAQ too. Then we have FOMC statement, federal funds rate. Oh, this is going to be huge. Another press conference. So from 11, this is Eastern time, from 11 a.m. to probably about 12. This is where shit hits the fan, right? This is where traders and retail investors and all of them, this is where they really do it. So this is only scheduled for 8 times a year. Usually changes the statement slightly at each release. It's these changes that traders focus on. Why traders care. It's the primary tool that FOMC uses to communicate with investors about monetary policy. It contains the outcome of their vote on interest rates and other policy measures, along with commentary about the economic conditions that influence their votes. Most importantly, it discusses the economic outlook and offers clues on the outcome of future votes. Interest rate statement, Fed statement, monetary policy. Yeah, so this is big, right? Equity markets have turned higher, Europe stock 600. So yeah, these are all the people talking about it. But it's a big day. And tomorrow's the same shit. I believe tomorrow we have FOMC too. We don't, but we do have unemployment coming out tomorrow. We have core durable goods. So yeah, I think today is going to set up for tomorrow's news, and this is going to be coming out early tomorrow, right? About 2:30. Yeah, I think this is about 2:30, dog. Wait, 6:50? 6:50? No, so this is 5:30 our time, so it actually switched it up for us. This is 5:30 our time that all of this is going to be released, so I think maybe we should be up a little bit early. I think tomorrow we'll be up at 5:15 on the live stream, so tune in at 5:15, and we'll see what the market gives us then. We'll see if I'm up at 5:15, because I'm up at 5:15, but I don't know if I like trading before open, just because my strategies, even though you could use them whenever, I like using them where there's the most volatility. We might see some here at 5:30, but most of the time you see that at 6:30 New York open, right? So we'll go ahead and check that out, see what price is doing here on the NASDAQ. Okay, so it's pushing through it now. That's not what you want to see. And good thing we pulled our trade at that level, because I'm going to pull that other 0.01. A good thing we pulled the trade at that level, because that's where you really make your bones, right? It's not about being right, it's about making money. I think I heard Q Banks and somebody else say that. It's not about being right, because a lot of people could be right, but what it comes down to is about making money. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So, you know, it is what it is. It's about 6:52. Mind you guys, this was like a 20-minute trade, right? $600 in 20 minutes, less than that, about 15 minutes. Um, where else can you do that? Where else can you achieve that? And Johnny, this is for you, dog. I know you're on here. I appreciate you for being on here. We got somebody who's 16 years old on here every single morning, trading with me, learning with me. And, you got to respect that. That kid's going to be light years past where I was at shit. At 16, he's already light years past, but 18, 21, he's going to be on his thing. So, being on here every morning before school, got to respect that. So respect you, Johnny, respect you. But we're going to call it a day now. I don't want to over trade. We could see price just range from here on out until 11 a.m. So I don't think there's any need to trade until then. And, Johnny, tune in if you want. I might be here at 11:15 or at 10:50, 10:45. I'll actually hit you up on the Instagram and let you know if I see something nice. And then, if you see something nice, go ahead and hit me on the Instagram, and I'll see what it looks like too. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. My name is Isaiah. This is Day Trade with Zay. If you can, go ahead and follow the Instagram page at Day Trade with Zay. That's ZAY. And you'll go ahead and see all my entries on there. Create some cool little reels. I'm a little older, so I'm new to all this shit too. So, but yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment on the page, or dislike, whatever it is. If you guys see something you don't like, or see something obvious that I didn't see, go ahead and let me know. I'm free to go ahead, let me know. And, I'm learning here. This is to help me along my journey, and to help potentially others along their journey. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everything, and we'll talk soon. Appreciate you.